Hey, I'm back with a few more ideas of a rescue piece here. First of all, I had to go back to my glass yard or bone yard or my glass stash to see what I had. And I found a few pieces that I needed to clean up first. One had a remnants of a label on it still, and price labels are sometimes easy and sometimes difficult to take off. I'll use sometimes just use this Goo Gone, which you can usually pick up a small bottle of one of the dollar stores or Dollar Trees. That usually does a pretty good job with some of that adhesive that just doesn't want to nicely come off, the sort of rubber cement stuff. Okay, so cleaning up these pieces, let me see what you think. There were a couple of possibilities. Oh, and I decided for the camera it would be better if I had white to set off everything instead of my usual rags. Okay, so I took off, you may recall we had the piece of crackle glass attached to this, and actually it had a larger base on it originally. I'm not using that at the moment, but I got the glass off. I cleaned off the silicone best I could. This actually was from a hummingbird feeder that all it did was leak, so it became part of my glass sculptures. Okay, so I'm thinking there's got to be a possibility in here. Here's what we could do. We could say, all right, we're just going to stay with something like this piece, the bowl, the clear glass bowl, and that would look, if I get it back in the camera, that would look pretty good, but it seems to be lacking a little color, although proportionally it works for me. I thought, well, wait a minute, what if we took this other base we have? What would happen if I did that? And I thought, well, yeah, that kind of works, but it looks a little top heavy to me. Kind of looks a little bit like something Arabian. And I thought, well, maybe we could combine it with a larger base with the plate. Well, I could do that. That seems to balance it in my mind a little bit better. But it's an awful lot of blue. What did I think? Then I was thinking, what if we... Wait a minute. What if we did this? Now that didn't seem like that was going to fit, but or stay. But we could, if we could get that to stay put. When we glue it, I'm holding it. That, let me see if I can let go of that. Okay, that's not bad. Proportionally, that kind of works for me. I think I'd keep this as an indoor piece in that case. Yeah, then I was thinking, well, could you take the plate? Could you put the glass bowl on top of that? And could you put this here? And while I don't necessarily have it centered right there, yeah, that could work too. All of these are possibilities. I think the only thing that isn't a possibility is putting the plate on top of the glass bowl, because you just lose the glass bowl and the plate's a little too big. Now if it was saucer size, well, that could work, but not sure where I'm going to end up. I think when I was doing this a moment ago, I had it figured out. Now I'm not so sure. I tend not to put things right side up. First of all, that's not going to work. There's too much opening there. But when you take some of these rather ordinary objects and turn them upside down, they don't look as recognizable anymore. So I still think that makes that look a little too top heavy. Where were we with the other choice? Was that like the glass. It has a lot of facets in that bowl to reflect. All right. I'm not sure it's going to stay put for the moment. I'm kind of thinking that might be where I go with this. Yeah. And I really only have two things to glue together with the... I think I would put this on first. Let's do that now. And got a lot of projects going right now, but sometimes you just get in on a roll. Some days you're not much into it, and other days suddenly everything seems to click. I would worry about it more outside, because what happens is with the heat and cold, the changes in heat, hot and cold will draw the moisture in, and then it fogs up inside, and we got all kinds of problems. Okay, I think that's where I was. All right, we're gonna leave that alone.